a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break.
Your microphone arm might have snapped, but now we're about to snap. You know what I'm saying?
the poets.
Oh yes. One day we'll get snaps. Anyway, so today we have a fun conversation. Welcome everybody to the Glaziar Gambol podcast. And today, this week, we're talking about something that I swear nobody realized happened. Holiday season, everybody's thinking about like Christmas and Hanukkah. Like they're all the holidays is everybody that's all they got on their mind right now. Thanksgiving is coming up. Nobody seems to be.
And it was even a special project that they did.
Right.
Because it was Marvel's first Marvel special.
Yeah.
And it's getting probably 10% of the 10% of the publicity and not sponsoring, but as the Guardians holiday special.
Right. We're
which
already
is the
hearing
next
a ton
special
about the Guardians.
Right, which is their second special Marvel special. So yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but
the one we're talking about is Werewolf by Night. By the way,
Werewolf by Night, yes, which had two new, I think, significant characters going forward. Three significant characters going forward, but two of them are new. There you go. Yeah, you were like,
I was like, I feel like I'm way too high.
Hey guys, welcome back to the. So two new characters, one returning character. But yeah, I think all of them are going forward are going to be fun and possibly being in the darker tone of the universe that Marvel is building.
Yeah,
secretly.
For those who didn't see it, it actually had some gore and some brutal death involved, and it was surrounding the character Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone,
and
Man-Thing.
Yep.
And so like these are all pretty popular comic book characters.
Man-Thing we've seen before. We've seen Man-Thing before in Thor Ragnarok. He was one of the Grandmaster's former champions. And
you get to see why he explodes a person just by holding on to them.
Yeah, he just melts them with his acid. So he can sense fear in the opponent, which could also make sense why he lost or moved forward in as on Sakar's champion, is because the next contender wasn't afraid of him.
Yeah,
possibly.
Probably.
So could have been Hulk, who knows? But could have been Beta Ray Bill, who knows?
Both of those guys would have the confidence of not feeling afraid.
Right. Bi Beast and then Ares were the other busts on the castle, or the tower. So, but yeah, those three characters.
Not as big as Jamarcus Russell.
Right. Kwame Brown up there.
Yep.
Hashim Tabit.
And Duty Eby. Anyway, so Werewolf by Night was shot black and white as well, which I kind of liked. And what I really enjoyed was Elsa Bloodstone was like, I don't know, she was this character who not a lot of people know about. And you think of her, like when I think of her, I think of like this big rifle.
Oh yeah, the two like rifles. I mean, she's like a demon hunter. She's like a monster hunter. So.
Right. And they make it seem like she's not super interested in monster hunting. So it makes me
she wasn't, but she wanted the Bloodstone. Like she did want the Bloodstone.
Right.
So maybe she wanted that before she
took on
pursued that. So
well, she in like games and comics and those sorts of things, she usually is just like based on weapons, but this one it was like her physical combat. Right. And it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was really brutal and I liked it. But
it was cool, yeah.
If you the Bloodstone I could see would be the attachment to Doctor Strange, but a lot of people think the next time we see her is going to be in the Midnight Suns.
Right.
I I don't know which one I'd rather see her in first. I don't know.
Because she does
they have
do a
so
lot of
much
like
to
dark
do.
dimension hunting,
Right.
or even like Mephisto. I don't know if Mephisto's zone is technically the dark dimension, but
But
she
with Doctor
ties to
Strange
that.
and Clea now traveling multiverses or multi
Right,
dimensions,
right.
eventually
Yeah,
you
and
could bring
technically
her in.
Clea is Dormammu's niece. So like it all kind of wraps together. But yeah, Midnight Suns, or she could show up in like a Blade, or even like Moon Knight season 2. If they do that,
Yeah.
something one of those Midnight Suns members, she could show up wherever.
Yeah, agreed. Which I think I'd rather see her in a darker one. I don't think I think Doctor Strange 3, if that's when they should her show up, would be too comedic and light for
Yeah,
where I want. Like I don't want her character to
right. You want her
transition
with
that quick.
Punisher and Blade, Black
Ghost
Knight,
Rider, like
Ghost
yeah,
Rider,
I wouldn't
sure.
mind her and Ghost Rider just going just brutal on some
Right.
people, and I think they could do it. And they did a good job. The joke, the meme is still alive. The death of the redheads is the biggest plight in movies.
Right.
They
Yeah,
recast a redhead character now. She's got dark hair.
right, yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
She's got a red jacket though.
She does have a really
They
nice
brought
red
in
jacket.
the red hue, or they brought in color right at the end once she got the Bloodstone.
Right,
So,
like the Giver or Wizard of Oz.
right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I like the fact that, like we've mentioned before, this was their chance to change and try new things with the MCU. And this black and white kind of crazy, the mother, the stepmom was insane. Like I really liked
Right.
her character. It was really well played, but it was something we haven't really seen before.
Right.
Like if
They
we get a
actually
character like that in Agatha, that would be
right. Like shout out to
awesome.
Marvel for doing essentially 4 projects in a row that were very different than their mold. It started with Moon Knight,
Yep.
which was just its own thing. It didn't have any real like hard ties to the MCU. It had a little bit of like the like new home for you or something like that in regards to like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where everyone came back. It was like find
Right.
your new home. There's a little bit of that, I think, but nothing hard ties to any MCU project. Then it went Miss Marvel, which was like for a younger audience, which is very different than what they've done before. Werewolf by Night, black and white, super different, like old settings, more gore, just kind of just brutal in general. And then She-Hulk, obviously, just breaking the fourth wall, something different. So like 4 projects in a row where they just
Making a character that can literally adjust the screenwriting.
right, yeah, straight out of the comics. So yeah,
I know a lot of people were upset about that one, but they're trying new things. They're figuring out what people do and don't like. What they're basically finding out is most of the Marvel fans don't like women.
yeah, yeah. That's
Gotta have
basically it.
a all male project, and people will be super happy about it.
Right.
That's but if you include a woman in there, man, you're gonna hear about it on the internet.
You can't have a female be the lead character.
Maybe that's why Werewolf by Night's not popular. Maybe people aren't talking about it because it's about Elsa,
a woman co-star.
Yeah, not enough man thing. Well, it's called Werewolf by Night. Elsa's, kind of saving him and saving Monster with it. Like it's about the two of them.
Right. Notice how it's not woman thing. Straight up be something.
But it's sad because it's true. But if you haven't seen Werewolf by Night, yes, it's past spooky season. There are genuine parts that are creepy, like like parts that made me go like, I'm a wuss when it comes to horror or anything like that. So it was a couple parts I was like, I don't really like that. Like there's a couple parts I didn't really ever feel scared.
Right.
So I never felt scared, but there were a couple parts where I was like, yeah, I could. If I were that character, I'd be terrified. My like a little like edge on your seat. What's gonna happen next?
There was
I need to look behind me when I go to bed, sort of thing.
Right. There's the where Elsa's fighting some dude. And she like slams the slams the sword down and then he falls on it and she like rips it out from under his neck. Like that was like I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
that made me go, oh my gosh, like
Yep.
that was sweet
It was
to see something
super.
different.
Any neck slice is always like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah. But it was a good neck slice.
Yeah.
There's buggers. See them all over the place.
Waving to the fans.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Werewolf by Night is something that deserves more attention. It did not get. I haven't seen anybody talk about it. They skipped kind of right over it too. You know,
Right.
the Guardians holiday special, more She-Hulk stuff. Again, another thing that was kind of like they released Miss Marvel around the same time as Kenobi, and they affected each other. You released She-Hulk like near the end of She-Hulk, the finale around Werewolf by Night.
Right.
It's just you just kind of like got it glossed over, and then you didn't provide anything else to encourage more people to like stick around for Marvel content. So
yeah,
they were like, "Oh,
Pocus
Black
came
Adam's out
too.
though."
Hocus Pocus 2 came out on Disney Plus, so they're pushing that a lot. So it kind of just glossed. You're right,
And
glossed
Zootopia
over.
Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Baymax and Zootopia each have their own shows.
Baymax
now.
has a show. I saw that.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I like Baymax.
Yeah, I do, and I like children's shows and cartoons and stuff.
Yeah,
because I'm like 9 on the inside.
Yeah,
and on the outside.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait,
Wait, what?
wait, what? So anyway, go see Werewolf by Night. It's very good. And Marvel special is coming up next week. This is gonna be a short week because next week we're gonna be probably doing a full length episode, like the full like 35, the max episode we like to do because of that what Joe just did.
Forever.
Wakanda Forever. We're gonna go be seeing that this weekend, and then next week's episode, that's what it'll be about. And we're ready to cry.
Yeah, it's gonna be emotional. I've seen a lot of people still with the Namor hate. Which
I'm not seeing any of it because I muted all the words.
smart. They're just, I don't know. They don't like that Namor is more like Mexican rather than like
Aztec.
Yeah. So I don't know. I got no problem with it.
So he's South American, but he's not. Well, I guess so. They'd be North America still.
Yeah.
So he's too North American. They want him more South American.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. He looks badass. So
I think he looks. Yeah, I think he looks good. Yeah. I mean, we'll find out. I won't know. I've hidden everything. I've hidden every related word to it. I've hidden every character, side characters from other things that's been rumors. They're all muted for 7 days. That ends Saturday.
Nice.
So it'll end right after we see the movie.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about it and how much we cried. And I saw a screenshot, because you can't hide words on screenshots.
Right. So
I do still see some screenshots. And I saw one of Shuri crying that made me just be like, all right, yep.
Yeah. Let's
We're getting into this.
Yeah. It'll be fun. We won't be crying. We'll just be like, just throw like water on our face. Like,
oh no, I'll cry. I guarantee I'll cry. I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, God.
I'll be holding hands.
And my eyes have been super dry from like allergies and stuff. So when I cry, it's gonna burn.
Right.
I'm gonna be sitting there like
it's like when I pee.
Yeah. Yeah, very similar. Like just around the edge.
Right.
Is like the burn starts, and then like for some reason the center that you would think would burn the most when you're all done. That's the part that burns the least. It's only the edges that burns.
Sure.
Yeah, I get that. Excited for more Elsa, and not from Frozen. That's Elsa Bloodstone.
Who would win that fight?
Frozen Elsa. Yeah, she would demolish her, I think. All on reaction time. If you're saying fist to fist, Elsa or Elsa Bloodstone.
Well, yeah, it could. How fast does Elsa's icicles?
Right, and how fast can she react to a bullet? Because like if you're saying they start from 20 miles away from each other and they hunt each other down, Elsa's Bloodstone again.
Right.
If you put them in a room 10 feet apart and Elsa has to whip out her rifle,
Right.
then you give Elsa, like, from Frozen more time. So then, I don't know. I think most of the scenarios Elsa Bloodstone wins.
Sure.
But
she's had to have gone against magical stuff before too.
Right, but
Oh.
in Frozen 2, it kind of felt like Elsa kind of got a little more unlocked. Like she leveled up.
Oh, sure, yeah.
She's now the fifth element.
She's unleashed, yeah.
So yeah, she's kind of like pure instinct Elsa now.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Ultra instinct Shaggy. Yeah.
Ultra instinct Elsa now.
Yeah.
So Ultra instinct Elsa could probably have a good chance against Elsa Bloodstone.
Sure.
It's a toss up there. She went past.
Be a good
Goku.
death battle.
Yeah. Ultra instinct Elsa versus Elsa Bloodstone.
Right. With the Bloodstone.
With the Bloodstone.
Yeah.
I'm voting Elsa Bloodstone.
Sure.
That's my vote. Speaking of that, that show gets my vote, and you should all go see it.
Yeah.
By the way, you all look great today. G.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, I'm tired of my chest.